Hi, my name is Sarah Fink. I'm a housing services specialist at the Tenant Resource Center here in Madison, Wisconsin, and I also staff an office at the Beacon Day Shelter, which is the only day shelter currently in Dane County that serves folks experiencing homelessness. We really hope to be awarded this grant so that we have a large pool of money set aside for some of the different requests people ask us for that we don't currently have money to help out with. So some of the things that initially came to my mind when I saw this grant were helping folks with bus passes, application fees, and just other small things that may come up. So an example is I had a gentleman come into my office recently, and he needed to go adjust his SSI income, and he needed to go to the Social Security office. However, that's not on his normal route. He didn't have a way of getting there, and he had asked for a bus pass. If I would have had one, that would have been awesome to give him. Sometimes I have them, but they're usually just purchased by myself and my colleagues. So bus passes would be huge. Rental applications would be awesome. When you're experiencing homelessness, $25 for a rental application is a lot of money, and it adds up really quick as well. So to have a small amount of money to put towards that would be amazing. Also, just other little things that maybe folks come up with. What is upsetting in my job, which is just how life is that a lot of times folks come into our office and they're not eligible for the programs we have available, or there's no openings in the programs we have available, so there's not much we can assist them with. We can't get them housed today, we can't get them housed that near in the future. We can assist them, but we don't maybe have the resources to assist them immediately. So if we had something like bus passes or just anything so we could help them in the short term with some of the smaller things they might need, like whether it's getting SSI adjusted, whether it's a job help with getting to a new job interview or something like that, that would go a long way, and we'd be able to help people in smaller ways even if we can't address the main problem for them, which would be homelessness. Another example that I wanted to share with you, I asked this gentleman if I could share it, and he said yes. So I have this client who has suffered from a stroke, and he cannot speak very well, but he can understand what you're saying. So the first time he came into my office, he handed me this little old card that had been kind of crumpled and ripped, and it said, my name is Chucky, and I've had a stroke. I can understand what you're saying, but I have a hard time communicating back to you. And he showed me that, and I was like, oh, that's cool. It helps him get across what people need to know about him right when they're working with him. So great. He came back to my office later on, maybe about a month later, and he had pointed to his card in the copy machine, and I was like, okay. So I made him some copies, and then he wasn't happy with that. He pointed at my business cards, and I said, oh, you want new cards made? And he was like, yes. So we just, in 5 minutes, we went on Vistaprint and came up with just these little business cards for him to hand folks. It says, hi, I'm Chucky, I've had a stroke, I can understand what you're saying, but it's hard for me to communicate back to you. And for $14 of course my own money, I was able to just grant him this small little thing that really helps him just communicate with everyone day to day. So if we had a pool of money specifically to be utilized for these sorts of small things that we can help people with, that would be amazing. Thank you so much for your time and consideration, and I look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.